KPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX-LG, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michael Studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub, rubber dub with me. Should I get in the hot tub? Yeah. Will you make me sweat? Yeah. Should I get in the hot tub? Yeah. Will you make me wet? Yeah.
Well. Good morning. Welcome to what? Jason, Wildcat's telling you something. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Absolutely.
Glad you're not in Jamaica Day.
Yeah, really. Can you believe that the aircraft went in there, this special aircraft that's designed to go through them, had to turn around and come out of it. The turbulence was just too much, too violent. And the wind gust, I want to say it was 241, the highest one ever in the history recorded. And you pointed out that mudslides, wind, flooding, it's not good.
I watched the weather this morning. That's why I know this. Their airport, I think in Kingston or whatever the other city is 3 feet above sea level. People, that bad boy is going to be underwater quick.
13-foot storm surge, at least. Record-breaking wind. Thank God. And this cold front that came through, they said that kind of saved us from coming up this way.
Don't miss that at all.
Don't. I pray for those poor people. There's a young man, too, that's getting a biopsy this morning, actually prostate. And if you could, I won't say the name, but say a little prayer. Just say a little prayer. Stephen's his name, that everything goes good for him and no cancer and everything. Stephen, hopefully thing will be good for you. God bless you. All right, Jason Cole. All right, I got the three experts in here. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary J. Michael Studios with Wildcat, Jason Kowaleski, Jim Brandt. Jason, what's going on down at the stores? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's going good. Just got our free sample bar in Body 570. If you're looking to get on a meal plan, we still have those and certified sports nutritional staff. Next Tuesday, we'll have one of the girls come in. She's an all-natural bodybuilder. She used to work with on TV, so she's done some media too. So really good. She's got her online training. If you need help, just maybe like getting into the gym, knowing what to do, what to eat, she does the whole shebang. So she'll be out next Tuesday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And if you need help, this is somebody that would really kind of can help you along the way and get you going in the right direction with your health and overall just how you want to look.
All right, I tell you what, try it before you buy it. 2 wonderful locations. You want to gain weight, lose weight. You just want to be healthier, all natural. You don't have to doctor's prescription to get this stuff. It's all made naturally. That's what I like about it. You got a cholesterol issue. You can't sleep. Having a hard time getting sleep. Go see Jason Kowaleski. They got the answer for everything, I'm telling you.
I seen Pat yesterday. He looks good. He really does. He's probably lost 65 pounds.
Who's that?
Pat Burno.
Pat Burno.
Really?
City Commissioner Lynn.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Owns Beefo Brady's.
Which is the main point.
Yeah, well, can we do anything? Can you do anything for Wildcat? There's anything.
Many things have been tried.
Wildcat's perfect. He's beautiful.
Yeah, you're just beautiful the way you are.
Thank you.
LSU, as we all know, Brian Kelly is fired. Their offensive coordinator, Joe Sloan, was also let go. That was the deal. He got into it with the athletic director. Wanted him gone, and he wanted to get rid of the offensive line coach also. There was a report out there, and I don't have the kid's young man's name. He said, I was medically gone. They medically would not let me play. I tried to get to his second opinion, maybe a third opinion. Kelly didn't have anything to do with me. He goes, he is a terrible individual. He's a terrible human. This is a former player. There was another player, I remember, that I think had cancer one time. The dad was complaining that they never came by the hospital.
Tyron Lacey.
Is that right? Am I right? Did he come by the hospital to see the kid?
The interim coach went and saw the kid. They said Brian Kelly never showed up, never came, never asked about him. I think it was his brother that had.
See, there's things coming out I had no idea about.
This is stuff I heard at Notre Dame. That's the reason I didn't think it was a great fit anyway, because he ran a lot of people off out of Notre Dame, a lot of good coaches. He's one of those guys that are a yeller. It's just at this day and age, you can't.
F this, F that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Wildcat.
And here's the thing. We had talked online about this last night, Jason and I, about Kelly and some of his interactions on the sidelines at Texas A&M. Now, I'm not a newbie. My ears have heard about everything that you can hear, and I have said just about everything you can possibly say, too, at some point in my life. But, there comes a point where just dog cussing people, you shut people down. They're not going to listen to what, and the old coach thing is, well, let's just listen to my words. Don't listen to the tone. That's easy to say, but it's not easy to do. When somebody's dog cussing you and dropping F-bombs on you every other word, what do you go defensive? You just shut down. You shut off. Whether you're a coach, whether you're a player, you nod your head, you say yes, and then you just go on your way. I don't know about Kelly anymore. I really don't. I try to have an open mind about him, but his performance on Texas A&M the other day was like, wow. You
didn't see the SEC special they had on Netflix of him. Every word at practice out of his mouth is that word. Everything.
And I think coaches are open to being coached hard, and players are too, as long as the coach takes accountability. I've never heard him stand up and say, I did something wrong.
It's always the players,
the coordinator. The quarterback didn't throw the right play or read the right thing. The same thing with Hugh Freeze. He'll get up there at times and blame everybody else. At some point, it doesn't matter. You're the head of the ship. Just get up there and take accountability.
Fall on the sword once.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And I go back to growing up. I love what Coach Bryant would say. I watch those shows. When they got beat, he said, they certainly didn't get help from me. They certainly didn't get any help from the sidelines. That's my job. He never blamed a player.
Right.
Well, it's so counterproductive. Just as a coach, think of it. Your job is to motivate other people to do what you want. And how does dog cuss them and berating them and putting them down every chance something goes sideways? What's just going to happen? I don't care how good or bad you are in a game. There's negative stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
But just to dog cuss them when the kid from A&M returned the punt. And they probably shouldn't have punted it to him the second time because he almost did it again.
Right.
And he's just dog cussing that special teams coach. And I wanted to say, I'm thinking to myself, why is that coach like, Coach, I didn't punt it to him.
You're right.
I didn't do that.
I thought it was funny when he was cussing out the offensive coordinator, because what he was saying was 100% true. He's like, why would you throw that on third down with no timeouts? You got to throw it past the sticks because the clock stops and you can go up there and spike it. But he was just laying into him.
He should have went over to Starkville and asked that special team coach why they kicked to the Texas returner also.
Right.
But anyway,
it's just
this is not the Auburn update. I might get back into this during this time, but this really forces Auburn to make maybe an unpopular decision at Auburn, because a lot of people want Hugh Freeze gone. A lot of surprised how many people want him gone. He did get a win. I think that quarterback we'll talk more about that when the Auburn update comes.
Yeah.
But you got all these openings right now, and I'm going to be fair and balanced. I thought about this last night. What's the best job opening right now? I live in the state of Florida. I know what it's like with Spurrier. I know what it's like with Urban there. And I know you don't have to pay taxes on money. But I got to say, if I had the opportunity to go to LSU or Florida, I'm going to LSU.
LSU's a better job. Ed Orgeron won a national championship there. I mean, I'm not trying to say that.
I know exactly what you're saying, yeah.
What do you think? Did anybody hire him today as a
When
head coach?
you grow up in that state, they all want to go to LSU.
Oh, absolutely. And
you grew up in Florida,
Texas.
You want to go to Miami. You want to go to FSU. Ohio State, Alabama come down there and get the best player, or used to anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody, you're going against everybody in the country.
Just think about what just happened, though. Billy Napier's been flailing around for 3 years. Brian Kelly had one bad season. They're like, get out of here, buddy.
Florida wasn't very good as Spurrier got there.
No, I know. So they've had spurts where they've had some bad coaches, and they're just like, don't
get me wrong. I love Florida. I mean,
I do too.
I love Spurrier.
It's a great job.
It is. But I just think per capita, the most NFL players come out of that state anywhere else.
And they're serious. Like, they take it serious.
I just like the fact you don't recruit. You own that state.
Right.
You like Saban did. Saban went there, shut down the state, and 4 years later he wins a national championship.
Yep. And if he would have stayed, he probably would have won just as many there as
you don't have. I mean, in Florida, you got Florida State. This Bobby Bowden. Look what he did. Then you got Miami. Look what they did.
Snellenberger did it.
Yeah, I mean, so you're competing with that. Then Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan, you name it, Georgia. Everybody's down here.
Plus,
am I crazy?
No, I think most people believe LSU's a little bit better job than Florida. I think Florida's a great job, but you have to have the right coach at Florida to win, and the booster support's just not quite what it is at LSU, in my opinion. LSU is going to recruit no matter who the coach is. You can, like I said, Ed Orgeron won a national championship there.
Yeah, the last
he's
three.
Not any Bill Belichick, that's for sure.
The last three did it within 4 years, and Brian Kelly, of course. And I'll say this about the Alabama game. I wanted Kelly to be the head football coach because you can tell those players don't play. The coaching staff can't stand him.
Right.
Nobody came from Notre Dame with him.
No.
They can't stand him. The players, half of them, I don't think, play hard for him. I could be wrong.
I think that's the problem there.
Yeah.
I think there's truth in that.
Yeah. Now you got 2 weeks with a guy in there they like. And I think they could rebound and play. I think it's going to be a lot tougher game now than it was. I really do.
They're a dangerous team. I even think Penn State is a dangerous team right now.
We're going to find out this week.
They cannot look past that because they just didn't lose all their talent. You know, something internally was going on at both places to make them kind of, this is just not our season, you know. But, you know, you get a new coach in there. They're proving themselves. Nobody likes to lose. They're going to play with some pride, and I'm interested to see how these two teams respond.
Yeah.
And who they hire. I mean, this is going to be a crazy. We're going to see the first $15 million coach, in my opinion. It might be Wayne.
I agree.
But there's going to be. This is going to be a wild.
Somebody's going to make a lot of money.
And that's enough. We got to get at 8. We do FSU either then or after. We got to get into this. Why would he leave? Do they think he's going to leave during the season? Do they think he's going to leave if he makes the playoffs? Okay, the regular season's over. You made the playoffs. Come on down. We got to start recruiting. He's not leaving until he's done, if he leaves at all.
It'd be tough to leave in the middle of a season when you're on a playoff.
When's it open? When can they transfer out?
I think January 1st.
They're still playing.
I know.
Yeah. Not everybody, but the ones that we're talking about would be.
Well, think about it. All the coaches they're going to go after are playoff coaches. If not, what's going to happen? They're all going to start complaining, raising hell. What, you went after him? He didn't even make the playoffs. Think about it. And if you're in the playoffs, who's going to leave the playoffs? And I'm going to tell you two names right now. There's 2 coaches out there that I'd take over any of them. Well, I like Lane. I think the guy at Georgia Tech is unbelievable.
Yeah,
that Saban loves him.
Yeah.
Saban loves that guy. And the other guy, the guy at Louisville.
Yeah.
That's 2 good coaches right now. Will they leave where they played? I don't know. I wouldn't.
But please mark these 4 off your list. Marcus Freeman is not going anywhere. He's not coming to LSU. He's not going to Penn State. I've seen his name rumored so many times. I mean, he's
been named all of them.
He's got the best job in all of college football. They've lost 2 games this year. They're going to make the playoffs.
And they don't have to play
they lost in Northern Illinois last year. They don't have to play a championship game. I mean, they're in the playoffs every year.
Why would he leave?
Yeah, and he's making $10, $11 million. He'll probably get a raise this year.
Yeah.
Dan Laney's not leaving Oregon. I don't care what anybody says. That's Nike money.
Nick Saban's not coming out of retirement.
Kirby Smart's not leaving Georgia. Nick Saban's not coming out of retirement. Ryan Day's not
neither is Urban Meyer.
Those 4 guys should not be rumored to anybody. And Mike Elko, why would he leave A&M right now? I mean,
and they can pay him whatever they want.
You know the one that kind of gets overlooked because it's not a high-profile program. But how much longer does our boy Stoops at Kentucky have? I mean, he hasn't really.
Well, look at South Carolina, and I'm telling you right now, don't
set it on fire.
Oklahoma coach is not. No, he's still in trouble.
And Stoops, I think A&M wanted to hire Stoops before they got to Elko. That was a big.
And the booster said no way.
Yeah, they pulled the plug on that one.
Yeah, it's like, man, I don't know. He hasn't really done it. He had a run there where he was doing pretty good, but lately not so much.
Here's like about Elko. He's not going to leave his team in the middle of the playoff.
Now, what team has more resources than A&M? Nobody.
No. And they can say what they want. I guarantee you they've reached out to see
100%.
Yeah, come on.
Because one of their insiders confirmed yesterday, they're like, no, he didn't reach out to the Titans. He reached out to the Dolphins. So I was like, well, so he's reaching out, you know what I'm saying? So the lady that posted, everybody's like, she don't know what she's talking about. She's very connected.
Who's that?
NFL, the one that released the information about Sark people.
Texas is a tough place, man. You get all those and like Saban said, they got more power now than they've ever had. And they try to tell you where to go to recruit, who to go. Why didn't you get this guy down this
But
in
think of the
Dallas?
predicament he's in. How do you bench Manning and with the Manning family looking over his shoulder? I mean,
well, he's
got a chance.
He's in concussion protocol.
And guess what happened when the guy came in? They came back and won a football game.
Yeah.
I mean, so
we'll see how it works.
That might be the best. They doesn't have him too. Henceforth.
right. Yeah. So we'll see. That's
all right, Jason. Let's talk about your store one more time. Maxfield Sports Nutrition. Where are you located?
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. Like I said, we got a free sample bar. We always been bringing in new pre-workouts, protein, so you can come down there, try them before you buy them. Got really good pricing. We got 15% off Transparent Labs through the end of the year, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. Also, don't forget about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. We're one day away from that world-famous J. Michael's Spaghetti, the best seafood, the ice-cold beer. You have Crystal's ice in it when it's poured. It's incredible what he spent on those things. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, steaks, pork chops, burgers, you name it. Special day is black beans and quesadilla. Go check it out. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Also, Stevenson Air Conditioning. I love Jason. They are incredible, man. Locals taking care of locals. South Panhandle, Florida. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Anytime, day or night, you have a problem, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll be out there, coach you up. It will save you money. When do you got to get it serviced? Right before what?
Right before the holidays, right
Christmas,
before the seasons. I mean, because when you go
Right before
when you
winter.
do that transition from summer to winter,
Gotta do it.
If you have a heat pump, they will not work a lot of times, and it's a simple fix. And all you got to do is call Stevenson Air Conditioning because they know the trick.
Number one, and if you're over in Lynn Haven, they got a special tomorrow. It's incredible. We just talked about Pat Perno, beautiful guy. He is the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an incredible job. But, man, boy, he trains people up at his restaurant. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, they never have a bad day. You go to a restaurant, go somewhere, and people wait on you, and maybe they had a bad day and they treat you poorly. People don't ever go back. That'll never happen before Brady's Lynn Haven. They always treat you special. The Demar 10 wings inside for $9.99. That's the place to go watch all NFL games. Mosley football, all you fans, get down there before the game. Then go support the Mosley Dolphins. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Coach Floyd, Rutherford High School, getting ready for his last football game this season. Can you believe it? This is week 10 coming up. Unbelievable. Be right back.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind out of the north around 11 miles per hour and a high of 71. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 72 and a slight chance of sprinkles in the morning and afternoon, but otherwise mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
You don't know what his problem is. But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
I don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Yeah, Coach. And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Man, everybody pray for those poor people down in Jamaica. It's going to be bad. And let's pray for them.
75-mile-an-hour winds.
Wind gusts are over the unbelievable.
And it always cracks me up when these people talk about hurricanes, and unless you've been through it and you have to experience this, well, you know, the winds are 175, but it could reduce to like 140. It's like 140-mile-an-hour winds. Are you kidding me?
That was Michael.
Go outside when it's 30 miles an hour and tell me what 140 feels like. Are you kidding?
And if you're from, like I used to be from up north, and you hear about these hurricanes hitting and stuff, you really do not realize.
No, a lot of people stay down South Florida. They have no clue. They never experienced anything like it. People around here, I'll be honest with you, all these people around here, these locals around here, they talk about, we stay. We say they had never been through. See, Julie had gone through Camille.
Yeah.
Camille, 200-mile-an-hour winds. It was like a bomb went off over there. Yeah. Everybody lost everything. And we're like, they don't even know what they're talking about. But they've lived here all these years. They never got anything like Camille. Well, we got one not too long ago. But really, it didn't hit Panama City Beach.
Not the beach. I stayed at the beach. I mean, it was nasty. You could see the winds. It was very eerie. You could see the rotation of the clouds coming up, and you can hear like a whistling sound because the pressure was so low. So it was super eerie when it was coming on the land.
Right.
But my friend in Lynn Haven thought he was safe. Usually we'd go to Southport or Lynn Haven just to get off the coastline. They had to come to the beach because his roof got like, torn off by a tornado.
Yeah,
so.
I lived
and we didn't
north
get the
of
flood
that and suffered. I had 23 trees.
Think about this though. Yeah, we didn't get the water.
No.
I mean, in Mississippi, Camille got the wind and the water.
Yeah, we didn't get the storm surge. I remember Opal in 94, 95.
We got
that storm surge like that kind of just destroyed everything on Front Beach.
Coach Floyd, I'm sorry. We got to rolling about the weather. I apologize, man. You doing okay?
He's scared.
Coach Floyd.
Anybody home?
Let's call him back.
He's like, screw this weather stuff.
I'm here to talk football.
Yeah.
And we got Coach Floyd on Rutherford High School. They're going to end up the year at versus Arnold at Tommy Oliver this Friday night on Halloween.
Ooh. Yep.
I'll tell you what, Arnold played good.
Something weird.
I mean, I know the score, but it doesn't show it, but they played pretty good.
They're getting better. I mean, I think next year will be a good year for them. They've got a lot of young guys. But
the first thing I always look at is, does a team play hard?
Right.
There you go.
And they play hard.
Well, they had a tough schedule this year, man.
Yeah, they do.
They
I asked him about that. He said, nowadays, you don't know when your May scuff is going to be hard or not because the way everybody transfers around. We got Coach Floyd, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Man, we couldn't be better. I'm sorry we got to run our mouths about the weather, but we wanted to bring you on and talk to you. Talk about last week's game. Man, it's hard to perform when you got your best player, your quarterback's out. That's tough, man. I know that. But give us a little rundown what happened. Give us some names of kids that played hard for you.
Yeah, as far as our team goes, you had the young freshman, Jamarion Blunt, that did pretty solid, man. You know, playing against those guys, a veteran group that's pretty good, fast and everything. You know, you can easily, as a freshman, be kind of afraid, man. But that kid stepped up. You know, he had a kick return for a touchdown. He had a forced fumble recovery for his touchdown. And he almost threw a touchdown, but, you know, that pass rush got after him a little bit. So, Jamarion Blunt was pretty solid for us. You have Darian Stewart playing in, did pretty solid as far as punching and squeezing, surf technique, wrong shoulder, and making guys go over the top. So, they try to help the linebackers out. Kazion Rocha, he played pretty hard. You know, as far as the offensive side of the ball, it was kind of hard with them smothering the run, and we were trying to get him the ball in ways to try to get him in space, but, you know, kind of difficult putting offense in 1 week. But, you know, those guys are fast, so I'm going to make sure I give those guys their props on that because it was a pretty good defense. That defensive line was pretty solid, you know, and the rest of the guys pull around and make plays to try to, you know, barrel down on the run. But as far as that, you know, we was kind of limited on production as far as offense goes. So we ended up, you know, scoring on, you know, 2 defensive touchdowns and a kickoff return. But, you know, still was proud of the guys. A lot of young guys continue to fight, you know, as far as the guys that normally make those plays, you know, just not having the quarter guys the ball in his space a little bit kind of become a little one-dimensional. But again, because I continue to play well, continue to play hard on the defensive side of the ball, and but playing against those guys, the district champs, the pretty good ball club as far as experience and as far as athletic ability and the things that they do. So it was an uphill battle trying to climb it, but I was happy for the young guys. I know the older guys kind of want to win that game, and but again, not having your quarterback is not an excuse as far as just losing the game, but as far as being able to have more offensive production and making a more competitive game, you kind of miss that young sitting caller back there and being able to take over the offense.
Let me ask you this: you play for the championship in the district. You're right there. You get the injuries. That slips away. You play your rival game this past week, and now you got another rival game, the last game of the season. What's the mindset of the players? Do they feel like there's something to play for? Are they performing well at practice right now, or have they turned it in?
Yeah, 100%, man. Being 2-7, you've been an experienced coach. It can be hard coaching those kind of teams, but we got a good bit of young guys that I feel like that have not have not said, hey, I'm okay with losing. And so like yesterday practice, we only have 5 seniors, but you got two of those guys that are pretty much the dominant part of our team. The young guys pretty much running that practice and having fun, kind of calling out some of the old guys, just trying to keep them competitive, keeping them up for their last ride. So it was a pretty solid day as far as effort and energy yesterday. And I was kind of surprised. Normally that Monday, you're kind of down a little bit. And then you got to kind of build back up to it if you're in a losing season and it's the last few games of the year. But yesterday was pretty solid as far as the energy and effort. And most of the time Mondays are mental days. You get your walkthroughs and then you start getting to some live team stuff to get your eyes right as far as what you need to read, what your keys are. So, it was pretty good practice yesterday. But, sometimes it can be high and then you come out low, or you can be low and you can come out high. So, you never know. Can't take too much out of that, but I was excited for the guys.
Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I got this right, but you and Coach Griffith and Arnold are both former Rams. Is that not right?
No. I'm from Apalachicola. I'm Apalachicola Shark.
Tiger Shark, baby. All right.
Okay, but you coach.
No, Tiger Shark. Blue Shark. Blue Shark.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you coached at Arnold with Coach Griffith Arnold. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir. I coached with him. I went out to Arnold about 2013, and then that December started teaching history. I was out there for 3 seasons, and Coach Griff was out there with me for, I think, one or 2 of those seasons as offensive coordinator, and I ended up being a defensive coordinator the last year that I was out there.
Okay.
When he was the OC. So
you got some kind of side bets on the line here? Loser buys donuts or something?
Hey, man, we both trying to get a win. Both for 2-7, trying to get a win for our ball clubs, man. Our young ball clubs. Like Coach Griffith's a good guy. He's a friend of mine, and he's gonna go out there and try to score 100 points, getting the empty in, and we're gonna go out there and try to stop them. And the rule of the game: if they don't score, they can't win. So that's where we're at, trying to focus a lot on defense and doing some things to try to confuse them, try to heat up the quarterback a little bit, get him off his spot. After that, you got to tackle well because the quarterback is a big, strong kid and he's a good, decent athlete, and he can throw the ball a little bit. So that's where we're going to be at it and try to get, just unique ways to try to get the ball to our playmakers' hands on the offensive side of the ball, man. Just trying something, may pass a little bit more. Just trying, don't want to go out there and stink it up. Just trying to do something that you're not used to doing.
Is there any updates you could give us on your quarterback, his injury?
Oh, yes. He had surgery at 8:30 Tallahassee time and at TOC on Thursday, October the 30th. Torn Achilles. As far as the timeline goes, it'd be in a regular shoe in 6 to 8 weeks, running in 3 months, and probably gonna hold him out of spring ball. Just probably let him do some drills and things like that. But if the season started in May, doctor said he would have been ready to go. But I'm glad the season doesn't start until August, so he gets a chance to have a real extensive rehab, work himself, push himself. And to be honest with you, just focus on the mental stuff and the upper body things and just keep getting, better mentally, man. So I think he's going to bounce back for a great junior season.
Yeah.
Coach, I used to tell Coach Brandt, it's hard for them to throw the ball if they're on their back.
Right.
100%, man. These are Marlins now, so I know you're picking them.
I'll keep him in check.
I love it. Hey,
Yes, sir.
how much time we got, Wildcat? We got to go. All right, Coach. Good luck to you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
All right, yes, sir, Coach. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Good luck, Coach.
Coach Floyd.
Why did I think he was a Ram? I could have sworn he went to Rutherford.
I thought the same thing, to be honest with you.
Oh,
All right, let's talk about some of the great people we got. Man, we were just talking about Lynn Haven, Wildcat. How many more days we got to Christmas?
There are exactly 58 days.
Ugh,
58 shopping days, I guess I should say, until Christmas. And if you want that customized, one-of-a-kind, family heirloom piece of jewelry designed and created right here in Lynn Haven, then all you have to do is go to David Adamson Designer Jewelry. While you're there, take advantage of your opportunity to get your jewelry cleaned and examined. It sounds like a doctor's office. That's kind of what it is.
Russ and Amber, they can do it all.
They can do it all right there.
Yeah.
David Adamson, Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
Every Wednesday, 7:30, the legendary Dr. Ward will be visiting with us. He did a pretty good job on his picks this last week. We'll ask him everything about the Florida Gators, the SEC. If you're worried about skin cancer, if it doesn't look right, feel right, it was the Houston strength coach that died of skin cancer. They did a special on him. And Julie showed me that he had passed away. All it takes is 5 minutes. Dr. Ward, if you listen right now, he's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. So there's no excuse. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go check it out. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Could save your life. Again, listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. One of my favorite all-time places. The food is incredible. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive. Rick Shockley, one of the boys, runs it for Jan and Trudy, and he does a great job, no doubt about that. Summertime, you can't get in there, hour late. Everybody waits. Now, they're trying to take care of the locals right now. Once you get in there, when a game kicks off on Saturdays, 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. You can't beat that. They're great food. Great atmosphere. Wear all your skilled colors. You'll see every shirt in the country in there. It's incredible. The place was packed out at around 11:45 on Saturday, and then that night, Saturday night, was unbelievable, the crowd. Get down to that Cajun place, have a great time. LSU fans, if you got a shirt on, they score, you get a free Jello shot. Now, LSU's off this week. They got 2 weeks to get ready for Bama. If you're a Saints fan on Sunday, get in there about 10 o'clock, listen to the North Shore Jazz Band play. Then the NFL game kicks off around about 12 o'clock our time. If the Saints happen to score, you get a free Jello shot.
Not been a good year for Saints and LSU fans.
You're not gonna get high down there on that. I don't think.
I think they'll drink before.
Drink all. Go ahead and just order a drink. Get out to the Cajun place, have a good time. Tell them Coach sent you. We'll be right back. 104.3 Jim Brandt, FSU. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Line play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
Better buckle up, Buttercup. There are no participation trophies here, just pure sports. The Coach James Hale Show live from the Jane Michaels Studios.
Gen Z snowflakes.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. FSU update. Brought to you by Newbies. We got 4 wonderful locations in beautiful Panama City. Callaway, not Callaway, but St. Andrews. The big, beautiful blue facility. Glenn Manley absolutely loves that place. You want to sit outside, look at the water, look at the moon, have a great time. But if you live in the sports, get on the Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch all the big games, and then do like everybody does. Sometimes Friday night, Saturday night, you're all going to be down there. The mothership. The best entertainment in the Southeast every weekend because that's what Charlotte demands. And she gets what she wants, believe me. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. John and Charlotte always give back. Let's make sure we support them. Jim, what do you got for us today on FSU?
All right, well, we all know it's been a disappointing season for Florida State. They're 3-4.
It's Groundhog's Day.
They're playing Wake Forest, and people always poo-poo Wake Forest. Oh, they're terrible. Let me clue everybody in. Wake Forest is 5-2. Okay?
Should be 6-1.
Yeah. They lost to Georgia Tech, who's in the top 10 by 1 point in overtime.
On a bad offsides call.
They beat SMU, who was a playoff team. And I know SMU doesn't have the national brand, and they don't have all this cachet and swagger like Alabama, Ohio State. But they're a very competitive program, and Wake Forest beat them last week, 13-12. So Wake Forest is 5-2. So they're doing something right. Florida State's 3-4. Is this a game that they can win? Yeah, but I don't know. A lot's going to depend upon Castellanos' health. Tried to look it up online. He's still got concussion issues and injury issues. They're not real specific what exactly is wrong with him. But if he's not 100%, it's hard to. This is just me now. It's hard to see Florida State doing very well without him just having a really good game. So we'll see. It's just I never in a million years thought it was going to be like this. After they beat Alabama and looked so good, it's like, well, man, they've really turned it around. I was like, dang, they're going to be really good, and then not so much. And I posted, not on here but online, and I really believe this. This is what I really believe. So many fans get all wrapped up in how much money does your head coach make, how much NIL do you spend, how many transfer portals do you have, and all this stuff that you can quantify with dollar figures. Well, we should be good because we spent this money. All right, I'm going to give you 2 names. James Franklin at Penn State, Brian Kelly at LSU. Do they have a high salary? Do they have NIL? Do they have as much money as they want? They do.
Do they have $50 million buyouts?
Yeah. So my point is there's more to being successful in football than just how many dollar signs are after your name. Now Texas A&M may prove us wrong, and they may win the whole thing this year. I don't know, but they're another one. In the past, they've got a bazillion. Nobody has much money situation than A&M. Nobody, and they haven't done anything since 1939. So what I'm getting at is people get all wrapped up in that, but there's more to coaching in football than dollar signs. It just is. Look at Brian Kelly's performance on the sideline. We were talking about that before. Is that what you want? He's making a lot of money. They got a lot of NIL. They got a lot of transfers, and he's dog cussing everybody in sight. Is that what you want? Now, not that Norvell does that, but I'm just saying there's more to coaching and success than just dollar signs. There just is. Now, you can't win without them. You got to have players. You have to have all those things, but it's not the be all end all. And I think Florida State's in a really hard position. We talked about this last time. In a perfect world, they probably get rid of Norvell, but they can't afford to. That's in my opinion.
Hear me out.
In my opinion, that's the truth.
Do you take $50 million and tell the guy not to coach, or do you take $50 million and put it into the roster? That's where now we're seeing some
that's where they are.
decision making.
That's exactly
and
right.
If you're throwing your name in the hat this year, you're probably the 4th or 5th best job out there. Who you really going to get? You're not going to get Lane Kiffin. James Franklin might be a good fit, but what he did at Penn State, is that where you're trying to be? I think it's a smart hire. You got to take the next step, maybe before you're a championship caliber team, but. I mean, there's a lot of open jobs, and I think some more are going to be coming open before the end of the year.
I do too.
Kentucky, South Carolina, Auburn, maybe, and possibly Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean, they were on top of the world, but let's see how they finish out. I think he'll be okay. You don't know. You don't know.
It's hard to say.
The Florida State Seminoles, according to ESPN, will be going to a bowl game this year. They're going to be going to Gasparillo Bowl to play North Texas.
Can I talk about who they have left?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's who Florida State has left. We all know Wake. Then they're at Clemson, which is not what it was, obviously. Virginia Tech at home, at North Carolina State, at Florida.
There's no gimmies out there, right there.
So they got 3 wins. You need 6. Where are their 3 wins coming? I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking to the people who say that. Where are their 3 wins coming?
They better get one this week.
Yeah, and I think they're favorite, but man, Wake Forest has played good. That's Robbie Ashford. He's been playing really good at quarterback. They did beat Georgia Tech, in my opinion. They
8-year veteran.
Blew a clear offsides call to give Georgia Tech that game.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
And that was a first down. Wake didn't have, Georgia Tech didn't have any timeouts. So all they had to do is kneel it down 3 times. They win the game. So this is not like a bad Wake Forest team. This is
I agree.
This is a 50-50 game. If they don't win this one, I don't see how they beat Clemson. Then they have to go 3-1 down the stretch to make a bowl game.
Yeah, Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Florida.
And Florida's going to want to be playing for their jobs, for NFL status. I mean, just because Napier's not there, sometimes that's a good thing to get a change and a fresh view, especially.
I think it's a good thing for LSU.
I do too. I really do.
Yeah, we'll see.
They really need to win this game this week. You know what you're talking about, the quarterback play? I like the backup. I like him. He can. That's the kid you can teach to throw the ball.
Right.
He can sit in the pocket, throw the football. He runs pretty good too. The other guy, I just hadn't been impressed with him since one game. I was impressed. And the rest of them, I wasn't.
Yeah.
What's his name? The quarterback?
Sperry.
Castellanos.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with him.
Right.
Yeah, the other guy,
the backup
Sperry.
guy, I was.
He actually got potential. The ball a little bit. He
got some potential.
Pocket a little bit.
But here's the thing, though, James. They put all their eggs in the Castellanos on basket. Okay, and we decided, and we all said it on here. You said it. He said it. We all said, oh yeah, Gus is going to get them going in the right direction. They got a mobile quarterback. Okay, now they don't. Are you going to do that same offense with a guy who's second string?
He can run. He ran okay. I watched the whole game, and he ran the ball pretty good. What he can do, he can throw the ball more. He can get in his passing game a little bit more. I think.
I'm going to be a smart aleck for a second. I can run, okay? We all can run. Wildcat can run, okay? Can you be elusive? Can you make plays?
What'd you think about it? I thought he was okay.
I didn't see a huge drop-off.
I didn't either.
I mean, and I thought the passing game was a little bit better and more in sync.
He didn't run around.
But we'll see when he's got a full week of practice. He's the starter. He's the guy.
I mean, there's a reason he was second team.
Yeah. Right. But
he's a freshman.
They did that with DJ last year.
He is a freshman.
DJ played until the wheels fell off last year, so that's not exactly a vote of confidence for Castellanos either.
Let's talk about. We talked about it before about Manning at Texas, but I think it's true here too. Do you think these NIL quarterbacks, or not NIL,
they got to have it.
Transfer guys, that they have some kind of not performance contract, but just, hey, I got to play X amount of games. I got to throw the ball X amount of times.
I'd like to see the contract because you and I have talked about this. How can they stay in a game?
Yeah.
How do you keep them in a game?
How do you keep? Manning, the last year was he was pitiful. Why did they keep
Manning making $2-3 million a year? How do you sit that guy on the bench, especially with the Manning family there? I mean, are you going to irritate the Manning family and then maybe transfer out? I think they got to go get a portal quarterback. Texas has got a lot of talent.
That was my question for both y'all today. Texas quarterback Arch Manning may not play against Vandy. Does that hurt Texas or help Texas?
I think it helps.
I think it helps.
I think he's been the problem with the team. I mean, they got a great defense. They just don't have the passing game for people to threaten them to actually get the run game going. I think if you have a little bit more balance, that you might see a better Texas team. And they're right there. I think they're fourth in the SEC. People are just kind of throwing dirt on their grave because of how they've played and how they've won. But if they went out, they might make the playoffs after as ugly as their season's been.
That's true.
All right, let's take a break, and we get back. We'll talk. Look, I'm going to talk about the SEC Big Ten coaches that might leave, might stay. When are they going to leave? When are they going to stay? This is a crazy. We've never seen anything like this in college football history. This many coaches being fired, really with 5 weeks left in the season. There's 14 weeks in college football this year, and what week we're on 10, right? This will be 10. Crazy. Never thought we'd see anything like this. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Let's talk about Steve Bertishaw. He is the swim coach at Mosley, does an incredible job. Steve's Bike Shop, second to none. You want a great deal on electrical bike, the old standard bikes, new and used. That's what you get at Steve's Bike Shop. They'll deal with you. They're incredible. Where are they located? Well, they're located right across from Sam's on 23rd Street. Have they been in business for a long time? They know what they're doing? Yeah, they've been in business since 1979. You're doing something right when you've been around that long. Great people, honest, hardworking guys. And I tell you, he's been involved in the community with Mosley all these years. If you're looking for a bike, don't go to some big store and get some cheap thing that's going to break down every second. Go get something really good. And these electrical bikes are taking over the world. Steve's Bike Shop. Speaking of local, Vandy Roofing, Kyle does such a wonderful job. Listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. They just don't do roofs. They can do anything. General contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential. But if you're looking for a roof, go Vandy Roofing. No doubt about that. Patrick's over the house yesterday working really hard. Patrick does a great job. You want your yard to look like a golf course, he can make it happen. We actually got not moles, I forgot what it's called. We got in the yard now. He's trying to take care of that. Also, if you got bugs getting in the house, Patrick will take care of that. How local is he? Well, his daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley High School. Also was on the homecoming court. We'll be right back. 104.3. Why are you looking at me that way? 104.3.
Moles in your yard.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind out of the north around 11 miles per hour and the high of 71. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 72 and a slight chance of sprinkles in the morning and afternoon, but otherwise mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they'll get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
Stay out of his lane and stay off his yard.
Believe me, this man is a menace. He's always drinking, starting fights.
The Coach James Hale Show live from the J. Michael Studios.
Turn it off!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Oh, man, you're getting ready for Friday night, aren't you?
That's right.
Baby.
It don't look good.
Nick Saban. Unfinished business. Next coach, LSU.
God, give it a rest. Come on.
Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick.
Feinbaum.
Hey, listen, go ahead and tell us what we just heard.
All right, when we went to break, I'm looking at my phone, and there's a post on here. We don't know if it's true or not, because everything you read is true, but there's something going on. Here's what we got. Per Gulf County Sheriff's Department, Port St. Joe High School and elementary are both on lockdown. Law enforcement is on the scene. We'll update as more info is available. So I don't know exactly what's going on. And then he looked in the comments. Supposedly WeWa schools are closed too. So I don't know exactly what. So if somebody down there in Gulf County knows what's going on, can give us a call and let us know, or if they got more info. That was at 7 o'clock. It's 10 till 8 now. So maybe it's been resolved, hopefully. So
Yeah.
Without anything crazy happening.
Hopefully there's no Looney Tunes out there playing something stupid.
Schools are on lockdown, as a former teacher, that's usually kind of crazy time. So hopefully nothing bad's going on.
Hopefully everything will be okay. I don't know if you remember Alex Atkins, the former offensive coordinator at FSU, is now the acting coordinator the rest of the year at LSU.
Okay.
They promoted him to call plays. So if you're happy what you saw at FSU, it's time there, which I don't think you will be. So I don't know that makes LSU people happy or not.
A good or a bad thing?
I mean, Sloan was considered a great offensive coordinator. I don't know what happened with LSU this year. I mean, he was talking about 16-0, and this is the best team he's ever had.
Him and Dabo said all kinds of stuff before the season. Unbelievable roster, the best receivers, best this, best that. I like what Barry used to do. We'd be lucky to win a game.
100%.
I don't want to beat this to death. But after watching Brian Kelly's performance on the sidelines, if he's going to do that in front of God and country and everybody and bazillions of people watching, what do you think he does when there's cameras aren't on?
Right.
We saw that.
I mean,
we saw it on special. He does the same thing.
That kind of stuff, as a former player, it doesn't go real far. I mean, it just doesn't. I mean,
not nowadays.
It just doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, you can get away with that 90s.
Do you have
early
that
2000s.
information you shared, what Ashley Lane has done his coaching career?
Give me a minute.
Find
Keep
it.
talking. I'll see if I can.
Yeah, I want to share that. That was interesting.
Do you think Brian Kelly's going to get another elite Power 5 job?
Somebody mentioned him at
or Power 4, I guess is the way it is.
I don't know if it was a Michigan State job or something. One job, I don't know.
I could see that, or UCLA, but he's going to have to rehab his image because the last stop and the way he blew up on the sidelines.
What is he, 65, 66?
Yeah, and he just made $50 million to go sit at the house.
I got it here if you want.
Yeah, I want everybody to listen to this. And I love him. I want him at Bama. I wanted him before we got DeBoer. I did. I wanted him to be the next coach of Alabama. It wasn't going to happen. We all know why. But read down everything he's done.
All right, this is a post that was posted yesterday from an SEC fan. And they kind of have a hard time understanding why there's so much love for Lane Kiffin. Obviously, I know who he is, but I didn't really know that much. But I know a lot more now. Here's his record: 7-6 at Tennessee, 28-15 at USC, 51-19 at Ole Miss, and then it says 0 natties. 0 natty appearances, 0 CFP wins, 0 playoff appearances, 0 conference championships, 0 conference championship appearances, never had better than a 2-loss season. And then they said, if Lane Kiffin had this record at LSU or Florida, you'd be screaming to fire him for not producing results.
Yeah.
And you stop and think about that.
It's true.
There's a lot of truth in that. I think his time at his time at Alabama as offensive coordinator gives him a lot of credibility. It's just like your boy at Auburn. Well, he beat Nick twice at Ole Miss. And that's all people remember. And, okay, that's true. You can't take it away from him. But what has he done since? And it's the same with Lane. I think Lane's a good coach. He is. But is he all that? Man,
but even Alabama,
not really.
Saban left him at home, and that didn't end well.
Saban fired him at the national championship week.
Not endorse him to get that job, and that's why he'll never get the job as long as Saban's involved with anything at Alabama. So That's coming from the GOAT of all college football coaches. So if he thinks that, then there might be some steps to it. But I will say this: not all jobs are created equal. What he did in Ole Miss, he deserves a lot of credit for.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a hard place to win, and he's won. So I do think he'd be really good at Florida, LSU. For me, I think if he hires the right assistants, that he is the best candidate out there that's available. So, but somebody's going to get paid a ton of money. They're going to get a big buyout, and this is where I think things need to change. Is the buyouts.
If Florida wants him, and they do.
Yeah.
We don't know what Strickland. I know what he's been told.
Right.
All right. He's not going to leave Ole Miss and during a playoff run. He's not.
It'd be a bad look.
No, he's not. He's not. I don't care what amount of money.
He's not.
Right.
Hey, honest to God, what he's going to look at, where can I win a national championship? And that's what we
exactly.
do. Where can I win a national championship? Can I win more? If he thinks deep down he can win at Ole Miss, he's not leaving.
Right.
If he thinks he has a better shot to win a national championship at Florida or LSU, but he's got connections to Florida. I think he'll go to Florida over LSU.
His wife graduated there. Coach Reeves is her dad, so he played at Florida. He was quarterback coach at Florida. I mean, they got
deep. You married John Reeves' daughter?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They just now rekindled.
They divorced. They're back together.
Yeah, kids are together.
I didn't know that.
He's got a lot of special memories in Gainesville.
Right. He's a Florida guy. His dad coached in Tampa. I mean, he's
already coached in the state.
Right.
I mean,
there's a lot that lines up for that, opportunity. But he could like Ole Miss. I mean, his kids like Ole Miss. I know his son tweeted out, "I'm not going to Florida," like the other day. I mean, because he's a junior, I believe, at one of the schools in Oxford. So
here's another factor. He was all upset a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember who they were playing, but he was all upset with the fans at Ole Miss because they were playing somebody, and like half the upper deck was all like empty. He's like, "Where's all the fans?" And that will not happen if you go to Gainesville.
Right.
You'll have a packed house So if that's something that's important to you, Gainesville is the place to go.
And as long as they don't have a max exodus, you're walking into a pretty good situation at Florida. You got a good offense. Their defensive talent's
all right, let me
really
ask you both this. All right. I have Florida friends. I love them. They're going, he's coming. It's a done deal. You don't, I'm going to, who's ever telling you that, you don't know. That's just nothing but an opinion.
Right.
Nobody knows what he's going to do right now. I don't even think he knows right now.
Whoever is saying that doesn't understand the process of hiring a coach. When you're he's not directly flying to Gainesville, interviewing, talking to players. Now, there's some back channel things going on with his agent. There's some preliminary talks. Hey, are you interested? But Lane Kiffin's not going to leave in the middle of a playoff run. He has an opportunity. He's never been to the playoffs. He has an opportunity with this team to get there and maybe win a couple games, maybe like a dark horse to win the national championship. If you walk away from that, how can you go into a recruit's home and tell their parents, hey, I got your kid's best interest when you just bailed on that? That's a bad look.
Well, like in conjunction with what I just read to you, why would somebody with that, who's no appearances, know this, know that, you finally have a shot, like you saw, you finally have a shot, and now you're going to bail on him? I agree 1,000,000%. He's not going to do that.
And this is a really good team. I mean, you got a good quarterback. Defense is better than this.
They shouldn't lose another game.
No, and they were in the Georgia game. They didn't quite make the adjustments, lost that fourth quarter. They went to Oklahoma and really dominated the end of that game. That was a game we all picked Oklahoma, I believe, being on the road and the way Oklahoma's defense, and they put it on them.
Let me ask you this. He likes, those people have been good to him in Mississippi.
100%.
They have. Now, this isn't direct towards Florida. This is direct towards LSU.
Yeah.
That's a huge rival. That's the biggest of both of them. And really, Alabama is for LSU.
Right.
Over a period of time,
it's
like
Ohio State, Penn State.
Yeah, it's a big, huge rival.
Yeah.
Some argue this is their biggest rival. You're going to go to your biggest rival after these people gave you this opportunity?
It is Kiffin, and if he thinks he can win national championships, I 100%
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I do know this, talking to some coaches that coach with him in Alabama, a lot of them feel like he's going to stay right where he's at.
I kind of am rooting for that. I'd like to see some loyalty in this day and age, and just I mean, they can pay him $13.
And these guys worked with him. Right. They're not idiots. I mean, it's not like somebody off the street.
And Ole Miss isn't broke. They're not in the Florida State situation where they can't afford this.
He can be Steve Spurrier at Ole Miss.
They had the number 3 portal class. He's recruiting really well high school. They get better every year. I mean, he's got everything he really needs. I don't see the Florida job today with NIL as just some huge better job than Ole Miss. Just because with NIL it bounces out. Yeah, Florida has has a lot of base in their recruitment, but everybody goes into Florida and takes those players. And at the end of the day, it's how much money can you pay these kids. It's not where you're from.
And he's really, there used to be 3 major schools. Now there's only 2 in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And they do get the best players, it seems like. Mississippi State does a pretty good job, but Ole Miss has got the money. They're the money school there. But now, me personally, I do think Florida's a lot better job than Ole Miss. That's just me.
I just think with NIL, it balances out a little bit, especially if you got big-time boosters that really spend the money, because facilities don't really matter, assistants don't matter. At the end of the day, it's who has the biggest offer and who's going to pay me the most money with NIL. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's where we're at.
And I'm telling you right now, the guy at Georgia Tech, he knows. Saban loves that guy. That guy can coach.
Yeah.
That would be one. Now, are you going to leave where you played? I don't know.
Same way with Jeff Brahms. He's going to leave Louisville. That's his alma
That's what I'm saying. That's another one. Look what he did to Miami.
I'm very interested in watching this Georgia Tech-Georgia game at the end of the year. We're really going to find out a lot about Georgia Tech and Georgia.
Won it last year.
Yeah. I mean, that was a 6-7 overtime game. I mean, that's going to be a really, really, really good matchup.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, talk a little bit about Alabama. They got an open week this week. Let's talk some of our...
That school lockdown was about this morning. There were a couple of phone threats over the telephone at Port St. Joe's School.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay.
So that's what's going on. I don't know if it's been resolved or they've gone through the school and made sure there's no anything in there.
Nothing crazy going on.
That's what was going on.
Yeah, we've been talking about high school sports and everything like that. We got to talk about Taco Bell. We got 3 great locations: Panama City Beach, we got one in Callaway, and we got the newest one down in Port St. Joe. They love the Tiger Sharks.
Chicken
Get down there.
Tacos,
oh my goodness,
baby.
They got breakfast, lunch, dinner. They do DoorDash. All you people down in Port St. Joe, you better get to Taco Bell. Support them big time. Without them, we wouldn't get so much love to Tiger Sharks. And what does Lorelei Layton say? Go Tiger Sharks. Go Tiger Sharks. There you go. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Love Pat. What a city commissioner. He is a wonderful man, and he does a great job. The key word here is Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Tomorrow, 10 Wings Inside. Go check it out. All you Mosley Dolphins before the game, get down there, have a pregame meal for yourself. Have a little pep rally down there. Head out to the game, watch Mosley get another win, because that's all they do over there is win, win, win. That's Mosley High School. And that is Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You're already over in Lynn Haven. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
Let's go see him over there at David Adamson Designer Jewelry. 58 days left till Christmas. Go get a free jewelry cleaning and free jewelry inspection. Or look at all the stuff that they have in the new stuff that they have just for you for Christmas, and all of the display cases. We're talking about David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
And Lynn Haven. If you're going to movie today, the days to do it, the specials today. I think it's like half price. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back the Alabama Crimson Tide.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
That loss is not on Carson's back. They need to change things around a little bit. Man, we've got a humongous offensive line. Just smash folks. But you're running around trying to do everything out of shotgun. Let's line up and let's run the ball down their throat and then run some play action off of that.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind out of the north around 11 miles per hour and the high of 71. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 72 and a slight chance of sprinkles in the morning and afternoon, but otherwise mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it. Grip it? And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable and bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn Haven. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Local company by Jason. Graduated from Mosley High School. They have expanded throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Don't go national. Don't worry about those TV commercials. You see these national brands. You go local. They're honest. They're hardworking. They do what they tell you they're going to do. They're the best at what they do. It's Stevenson Air Conditioning. You better trust me. Get with Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did, believe me. All right, let's get into Alabama. Alabama's 7-1 overall record, 5-0 in the SEC. LSU, they're 5-3. Have lost 3 games in a row. I do believe it's 3 in a row. They're only 2-3 in the SEC. Kickoff will be on. This is the big one. 6:30 ABC, the primetime game. They did this during the summertime because this one always has a lot of eyeballs on it. We shall see. I want to say this about the coaching staff before I get into all my information I was going to give you today. This coaching staff this year, I take back everything I said after week 1. I was on them so hard, the undisciplined, not playing work, not prepared, and that's what it looked like. Since then, and I was right, but since then, this guy he's coached at a different level. I like him. They are prepared. They play hard. They don't give up. And this is not one of our most talented football teams.
Right.
Now, people get mad at me. My Alabama friend, hey, listen, I played that game at that level, and I coached at that level. They're not as talented as they've been. They have coached. We got the best offensive coordinator I think we've ever had. This guy is unbelievable. They play hard. They got good schemes. They're coached up well on both sides of the ball. They're getting about the most they can get out of those guys. And hear me out before you start saying what's wrong with you. We do not have those NFL first-round draft picks up front.
Right.
I'm looking at every level of defense. I don't see a first-round top 10 player in the secondary. And I'm really critical of them because I've covered them all these years, and I'm going against what they used to have when Nick Saban coached there, when we had the best talent and we were too deep across the board. Georgia's not that way anymore. Nobody is. Only a few teams have great players as backups. We don't have an inside linebacker. The best one we had knee surgery. He's getting better and better as the season's going on. But we don't have a first-round line pick and top 10 linebacker in there. We just don't have those great players. They're playing really well. They're good players. There's no doubt they're good football. They wouldn't be at Alabama if they weren't good. Right. The offensive line, supposedly the first offensive lineman taken is our left tackle.
He's
we all know he's got the size, ability. It's
crazy.
He's lost weight. He's getting better and better. But he's had his moments where he hadn't played very well. Our guards were not. Here's the weakest position we are on Alabama's football team on offense. It's tight end. We really can't block. Our tight ends have a hard time blocking. We knew it going into the season, but they catch the ball pretty well. Right. Again, they're not bad, but they're not elite. So I think we got a really good football team. Do we have an elite team? Can this team win a national championship? We got to get a lot better. Right. And I'm not saying they can't continue to get better and stay healthy. That's the key. Not turnovers, no penalties, things like that. But this coaching staff, I take my hat off. They've done a great job. We have been winning close football games.
And I think Grubbs is kind of catered the offense towards what they do well. I mean, they haven't been running the ball very well, so get some screens out, hit your wide receivers, get Simpson on the move, let him get some yards in the run game as well.
You know what kills me on these screen plays? They're beautiful. Everybody's set up.
Right.
You got 3 linemen in front of them, and they missed their block.
They missed their block.
They missed their block.
That's every team, too.
I know.
That's not just them.
Well, it's hard for a big guy to hit a DB.
Right. And he's looking around, and there's a guy right in front of him. He just runs right by. The guy makes the tackle. And he's just... So
all I'm saying is I think we should make the playoffs. You look on paper. On paper, we should win out. Let's hold off on that, because I think college football is more and more like the NFL. You're going to have we've seen upsets every single week.
Oh, for sure.
So all of a sudden, it's not going to stop. We've won these close football games. We can afford to lose one more, and that's it.
Look at South Carolina. They got 2 of the best players on the field on Saturday. That's no fluke. I know they're not winning this year, but execution comes into it. But Dylan Stewart is a stud. I mean, the quarterback's a stud. He kept them in the game. So there's no easy games week to week.
And I always tell you, when you play poorly one week, you usually, if you ain't proud about yourself at all,
right,
the coaches are getting on your butt, the next week you usually play well.
Yeah.
They look terrible against Oklahoma. They look good against Alabama.
Right.
And Alabama and Oklahoma play in 2 weeks from Saturday. So we'll see. But I think this is a good Alabama football team. Are we going to win a national championship? Are we going to win the SEC championship? I don't know. We shall see. I'm hoping it's going to be Alabama and Texas A&M.
I'd like to see that.
I really don't want to go against Ole Miss's offense.
Yeah,
I really don't.
And I think their defense is a little bit better than A&M's. I know A&M
I think we can move the ball. We can score on
Notre Dame scored 40 points on Texas A&M. So a couple of teams did. Arkansas did. I think they could be had.
And who knows? This could wind up being the best team in college football. I just think hold your brakes on that.
And if you get Ryan Williams to be a little more consistent, just limit the drops a little bit, that's a dangerous wide receiver core right there. I mean, Bernard's a steady guy. He's the best guy in that room. But man, Ryan Williams can stretch the field, make some plays that nobody else can.
My notes here, I said Alabama needed Brian Kelly to be the head football coach in this game. I think it would have been a lot easier football game. I don't think LSU players play hard for him. The new offense coordinator they're going to have there, the new head coach, interim head coach, I think they'll play hard for those guys. I really do. Who knows, though? They might shut it down. I don't know. That's just an opinion. Alabama's offense. Let's look at Alabama's offense compared to other SEC schools. Alabama's scoring 34 points a game. Again, I think they've done a great job on that side of the ball. As 7th in the SEC. Alabama's scoring defense. As many times I get upset with them, get up the big run and play and stuff like that, their scoring defense is actually 4th in the SEC. We're only giving up 18 points a game. So they're doing a good job. They've improved, no doubt. Total offense, Alabama's 8th in the SEC. 410 yards of offense, that's pretty good. Total defense, Alabama's 4th in total defense. They're giving up 312 yards. Rushing offense, this is going to come back to bite us if we don't get this corrected. Alabama is 14th in the SEC. That's just the SEC. In rushing offense, they're averaging 118 yards. Go back to the 2 cupcake games where we beat Monroe 73-0. We had some rushing yards in that game, and a couple other games we had some good rushing yards. We are getting better, but we got a long way to go in that category. How do you get better doing that? You do a little inside drill every single day. You risk your players getting injured, but that's the only way I think you get better at run the ball. But we're a really good passing football team. There's no doubt about that. Rushing defense, Alabama, we're 13th in the SEC in rushing defense. So both sides, that's the issue, stopping the run and running the football. If you can't, in the past, what we always say, to win a championship, you got to stop the run. Yep. If people can run on, you can't win. And we get up big plays, touchdowns, long touchdowns, because we get out of position, we don't make plays. We play a lot of one safety look. There's only one back there. You get through him, guess what? You take it to the house. Yes, we used to play a lot too high, and we had really good players back there playing that. So we shall see. All right, what else? Alabama passing offense. Alabama passing offense, we're 3rd in the SEC. We're passing with 291 yards, almost 300 yards a game. That's pretty good. Passing defense, we've gotten better. There's no doubt we've gotten better there. I don't think number 1 even got on the field. That one corner we were having a problem with was having a hard time. I don't think he played last week. But we're 3rd in the SEC, giving up 163 yards a game. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Alabama versus LSU, big rival game. Alabama leads the series. Now listen to this, all you LSU fans. Alabama leads the series. Alabama's beaten LSU 57 times. LSU's beaten Alabama 27.
Ooh.
They've been 5 ties. Alabama has won 12 of the last 14 games.
Wow.
Last year, Alabama beat LSU at LSU 42-13. Roll damn Tide. Bama doesn't lose in Baton Rouge.
Right, there
It
you
used
go.
to be anyway. We used to not live down there. But that's about all I got for Bama today. One other thing, strength of schedule, which has been really good for Bama. The real poll comes out a week from today. We'll know what they really think. I don't trust them. I don't think they really go by strength of schedule. If they do, Alabama's strength of schedule was 4th in the nation. The remaining strength of schedule is 29th in the schedule. LSU losing hurts. Oklahoma losing last week hurt. That's
Florida State continuing to lose.
Thank you. That hurts. Then you have a cupcake. I don't know who it is. Then Auburn. Auburn's schedule is terrible, but they got a good foot. They're not bad. Auburn's not bad at all. And you go in there on the last game of the season, first time the board's ever been in there, they're going to find out that's a hard place to get a win at.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just see. Alabama Update's been brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. So all you Alabama fans, don't get mad at me. I'm just giving an opinion, what I think. And I've watched them my whole life. And I'm not just a fan that a cheerleader. We play the game, we coach the game, we know we used to know coaches up there, we don't anymore. But we'd still get a little bit of insight what's going on. They've done a good job. This is a good football team, but it's not just loaded with unbelievable talent. But I tell you one thing I love about this football team that makes me believe they might win a championship. This is a great Christian group.
Right.
The other night in Bryant-Denny, they had a big Christian thing going on. It was led by a lot of their players. Before the game, you saw all these Alabama players. These are good character kids. That's the reason they don't give up and quit. So this might be a special group.
That happened with Ohio State last year. They did the whole thing with the baptized. They brought in like 10,000 people. The team, ran it. They did it again this year.
They did it again this year, too. That's something to that, man.
Absolutely. That's why Bobby Bowden was so invested in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, because he knew that it was a basis for fundamentally building a really good team.
I want to thank Stevenson Air Conditioning for the Alabama Update. They are the best. Not even kidding, man. They if you want to save money, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Let them come out and tell you what you need to do to keep your house warm in the winter, cool in the summer. Let them service it. It's going to last longer. It's going to save you money. If you got and get rid of it, it's one of the few things you can purchase that will pay for itself. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You speaking about local. We got one of the best local guys around right here, Jason Coalesce. We've been together for 10 years doing this, 10 years radio. Jason, what's the best way to get up with you, and where are you located?
We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. Excuse me. And in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm usually on the 23rd Street store. You can come in, use our InBody 570, kind of get a basis of where you're at, and we can kind of track your results with that machine. It's like a DEXA scan, so it's really accurate and can give us a lot of information to help us with your meal plan. And just come down and utilize our free sample bar. Try a product before you buy them. You can find out how it tastes, how it mixes, what type of quality products they are. We carry a lot of different stuff. We're not a GNC. We're not a vitamin shop. We carry high-end products that people will probably really enjoy. You just got to come down there and give us a shot and try out our sample bar. It's free for everybody.
You'll be glad you did, believe me. Also, don't forget about Newbies, 4 wonderful locations. Newbies 2 on the curve, the place go watch sporting events. Head down to the mothership and have a great time. Also, skin cancer can be deadly. Dr. Ward, listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. Offices throughout the band. If you're listening right now, there's an office near you. We'll be right back. Auburn Tigers, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
When my eyes beheld an eerie sight, while my monster from its slab began to rise. And suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights. Highway robbery! But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It's safe baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind out of the north around 11 miles per hour and a high of 71. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 72 and a slight chance of sprinkles in the morning and afternoon, but otherwise mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Are you looking to invest in rare coins and precious metals? Well, look no further. Coin and Bullion Reserves is Bay County's trusted source for rare coins and precious metals. Located in the heart of Panama City, our showroom is stocked with a vast selection of gold and silver bullion, rare coins, and currency. Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned collector, we have what you're looking for. Our sales staff has over 50 years of experience to help guide you through your purchase. Come and visit Coin and Bullion Reserves today and build your collection with confidence.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl, your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, Martha, Kenny, James Jenner, Craig,
Big win.
Steve, Elizabeth, Segrist, all you Auburn Tigers. Big win last week on the road, beat Arkansas.
Did you call Manley's name? Did you call me?
No, I ain't going to. Don't. But Glenn and I had lunch yesterday.
Nice.
We had a good time. The biggest thing from last week, watching that football game, it wasn't when he first came in the game. It's what, because he came in the last series. Right. They threw a pick six, they put him in. The kid from Mississippi, and I knew he was a great football player. You know, he was committed to Notre Dame, and he flips and goes to Auburn. Thank you, Yellowwood. All right. He goes out there the second half, and those players, you could see them. They were pumped up, fired up, ready to go. And they played at a totally different level the second half, in my opinion. Yeah. And he was the difference in that ball game. Yep. Just the mental psyche. Think about it. You're a running back, and I'm not being too critical of Arnold, but if you're a running back, you're a wide receiver, and you run down the field and you're wide open, and every time he throws it, it's underthrown, overthrown, or he doesn't throw it, you get frustrated.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you got a guy comes in there, you really don't know what he's going to do in a game situation. Then you find out he gets the ball pretty close to you, and you feel like, hey, I'm going to get to touch the ball somewhat, and we're going to be able to have a chance to win this game. I think that's what's happened to Auburn. I think that doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. That was a big thing for Hugh Freeze. I think it saved his job. I really do think that saved his job for now. And I think he has to beat Kentucky. I don't think he can afford to lose Kentucky. They need to get business done. Auburn versus Kentucky at home, at night. Good luck, Kentucky. 6:30, SEC Nation. It's hard to beat. Wildcat, you never been there. It's hard to beat Auburn, especially at night at Auburn. I say that, but Hugh Freeze's record at Auburn is terrible compared to what it should be.
All right, I'm looking at their schedule. They're 4-4 right now. They got Kentucky and Mercer left are the ones they should win. So that gives them 6. But then they got Vandy and Alabama. Those are toss-ups, obviously.
They're at Vandy.
Yeah, so let's say in a perfect world, let's say they go 6-6. I don't think they're going to beat Vandy and Alabama. That's just me. Okay? So if they're 6-6, what happens to our boy Hugh Freeze? Then you lose to Alabama.
I thought they wouldn't give him a chance to play Bama. Right. Because they could get... There's so many Auburn fans I've talked to want him gone. Right. Then you have a few ride the fence, but most of the people want him gone. They even pointed out that was a bad thing for Auburn, them firing Kelly.
So I see two things going on here, and the only people that matter are the money people, Yellowwood, the boosters. Right. They're going to make the decision whether they want to pay that buyout or not.
It's not a big buyout.
No, it's not big at all. Not compared to some of these other ones like Kelly and Franklin and even Jimbo back in the day. But I think they're going to present him an opportunity to go get an entire offensive staff, give up play calling, and say, look, this is the way it's going to be if you want another year. Because there's so many job openings this year, it's going to be super competitive. You're going to pay $15 million to get the guy you want.
And you say that right now. Just think when they start filling these jobs, how many other jobs are going to come open?
100%.
We've never seen anything like this.
We don't know what Florida State's going to do. We don't know what
South Carolina,
Michigan State's going
Kentucky.
to do. South Carolina.
Well, then you got to replace them. They're going to go get head coaches probably.
Right.
I don't see many assistant coaches getting a head job at LSU in Florida. I'm sorry. I don't see that happening.
Or Penn State, yeah.
Or any
Start the coach rotation show.
Yeah, it's going to domino effects, man.
So I could see a scenario where he's back next year with a different offensive staff. I mean, as long as DJ Durkin's there, they're going to be in games. He's a great defensive coordinator, but he might be rumored for some of these open jobs as well. I've heard his name up for a couple jobs in the Arkansas job.
I want to get to the Kentucky game, Wildcat. This game here, you look at their offenses, they're both not very good.
Right.
Auburn's 13th in the SEC, 24.7. Kentucky's 14th. They're getting 24.1. I mean, they're very similar in a lot of things. Defensively, the big difference is Auburn's defense is good, really good. Auburn's defense 5th in the SEC. They're only giving up 18 points a game, 18.6. Kentucky's 14th. They're on the road. That right there tells them Auburn's going to win this game.
And
unless they beat themselves, Auburn's going to win this game.
And that's where their offense giving them no help. Like, they've been on the field a lot.
I got to take this phone call because of the love I have for this guy and what a great American he is. If not, I'd be getting my Auburn update. All these Auburn people want to hear this. But we'll let him.
That's what he wants to talk about.
We'll ask him. Maybe he wants to talk about Auburn. Let's bring him on. Good morning, sir.
I have a situation with Jim Bob Superfly Snuka.
Go right
How
ahead.
can you say the swamp is packed game in and game out when that's a bold-faced lie? I was at the swamp last year, Parents Weekend, against A&M on Emmett Smith Day, and it was 50% full.
Whoa, time out. I'm throwing the flag. No. Come on.
Fans
Come on.
fake.
Hang up.
Unless you play a marquee opponent and the game's at 3:30
You're telling me that the
7:30,
stadium had
it's too hot.
50% when they played Texas A&M
Okay.
last year.
Last year,
Hear me.
yes,
Let's
I
say
got
that's
pictures.
true. They got more than Ole
I
Miss
got
has got.
pictures.
They got more
I
than Ole
got
Miss.
pictures. I got pictures.
Well, let's be honest. That was in the middle of the Napier.
That was warm-ups. Miss Kennedy, that's called
I
warm-ups.
couldn't believe it.
That's called
No, it's not.
warm-ups.
That was a game where
it was in the second quarter.
and it was a rainy game. Napier was in the middle of. You were the one saying that they were soft because they were wearing rain jackets in the rain.
No, actually, we were.
Are you on medication? Are you okay? What kind of medication it got you on?
No, we were on the lower end zone corner.
Okay,
seated
hell of a job.
Right next. Wait, we were in the lower end zone corner, seated right next to the recruits, actually, and they had their blue ponchos on. And it rained for like maybe 10, 15 minutes, then the shower went away.
Okay, Eddie, let me respond to this. I'll be honest, okay? I don't have any idea the game you're talking about. Let's just talk. Look up how many fans does the University of Florida average compared to Ole Miss. It's way more. That's all my point is. If having big crowds is your thing, Gators are going to have way more than Ole Miss. That was my point.
Yeah, I think Ole Miss stays about 60-something.
Yeah, that's all.
60-something.
And the swamp is a notoriously hard place to play when they're good. You know,
It's a hard place. But
anytime the team's losing,
he's on medication.
and there's a lame duck coach, you're not going to pack out. The
I just
stadium.
got a text here said the reason nobody was there because he was. that was mean. I'm not going to tell you who said that. I will not tell you who said that.
Was that Wildcat said that?
No.
I really don't care what that person says or thinks.
And you know, I had another. Here's another text. Went to a Michigan game. I took a nap during the game. It was so quiet, and they got 100,000 people there. Y'all don't even cheer.
Actually, 114,000, and that used to be things back in the day for renovation. Whereas 114,000, it was like the library.
Anyway, I will go check. I'm going to make sure we're going to get to the bottom of this A&M game. We'll go back and look at how many people were at the game. Half full.
Dude, I got pictures. I'll send it to you.
All right.
This is what you called for?
You're breaking up.
That's all you got?
Is this it?
So there's I was listening to my station back home, and they're floating the idea Saban's coming back for 2 years to MSU, then passing the reins to Max Bulla.
Oh my God. Saban's going to Michigan State. Okay. All right, listen to what he's told us today. Saban's going to Michigan State.
No,
the stadium's half full. That stadium was half full for a Florida football game.
Listen to me, old-timers. I said this is what's being floated up north. I said that's what people
Don't blame it on the entire North. Blame it on the Michigan insiders up there. They also told you that Jim Harbaugh didn't cheat either, so you can throw that out the window.
The next thing he's going to say is Ohio State's going to lose at Michigan. I mean, anything crazy you got?
Okay, this is coming from Gator Anderson of 97 won the ticket up in Detroit, and he's a Michigan State guy.
Yeah, and there's zero chance Nick Saban is going to come back to coach.
Do you think maybe you read it wrong? Maybe that medication's, kind of like the stadium at
He left Michigan State 30 years ago because he couldn't win there
1995.
consistently.
That's preposterous. That's not going to happen in a million
Michigan
years.
State's little brother. They can't compete with Michigan.
Or Ohio State, or Penn State.
Hey, we're talking about
Iowa.
Auburn, Kentucky. Who do you like there, Michigan? Who's going to win that game?
I think Auburn's going to win because they've gotten bent over backwards, man, by the referees and all that. I mean, as Coach Moon said, they're the best 4-loss team in the SEC. I mean, they've gotten worked over, to be honest, man. So and like you said yesterday, I think you said they should be like only on one.
Oh, what happened?
Just lost you.
What happened? Call back. I got a question.
What happens? God's will just happened.
He's really. I love the man.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that man. But that A&M Florida game, half the stadium was not empty.
Not at the beginning.
No, I don't care. I've been to the games there. You've been to games there.
You could hear the Fire Napier crowd for the entire game. There was a lot of people there. I do think when you're not winning and you have a lame duck coach, I mean, that's normal. I mean, no team now consistently sells out every single game. Not Alabama, not Ohio State. We've seen this in a lot of games where there's still some, seats. Now, 95% of it sold out in big-time games. But if you looked at the Miami game on Saturday, even the Louisville game when they played on Friday night was like 3/4 full.
Well, that's always Miami.
That's a different game.
All right, let's take a break. We get back. We'll get rolling. I'm gonna look at something CBS did. I want y'all's opinion on this. Now, I wanted Michigan Eddie's opinion on this, but maybe he hung up. I don't know. I tell you one thing we love going, and I tell you Michigan Eddie goes there a lot too. I appreciate him doing that. That Cajun place, they got the best wings anywhere. 50-cent wings, guys. 50-cent wings. You understand that? You get 20 wings for $10. You can't beat that anywhere.
You can feed me for that price.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it this weekend. Let's get together this weekend and go down there. That Cajun place, when the games start, $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings. So let's say this, Jason. You get one pitcher, you get 10 wings. How much money you spend?
About $7.50.
$10.
$10.
You can't beat that. Take somebody with you. Well, okay, you're welcome to come. I'll buy you wings. I'll buy you 10 wings. I'll buy you 20 wings.
I'll eat them.
Yeah, you've been saying
Problem is,
showed up here.
10 wings.
That Jason, I didn't get warmed up on 10.
That's an
that Cajun place on Thomas Drive, you'll be glad you went. They are incredible. I tell you what, wear your school colors. Everybody's down there. They open doors at 10 o'clock on Saturday mornings, also on Sundays. Now, Sunday, they got the North Shore Jazz playing from 10 to 11. Actually 10 to 12. Then the NFL games start. If the Saints score a touchdown, you got your Saints shirt on, ask for your free Jell-O shot, you'll get it. Same thing for LSU Fighting Tigers. And remember, LSU's off this week. They got Bama in 2 weeks. Get to that Cajun place. Have a great time. Tell Rick and the gang down there we said hello. Jay and Trudy, love you guys. Wonderful people. No doubt about that. Also, don't forget about Steve's Bike Shop. You're looking for a bike. How many more days to Christmas?
You have 58 days till Christmas.
You need to go see Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Bergershaw does an incredible job. The Mosley Swim Coach, they've been in business since 1979, right across the street from Sam's. And Wildcat, we just left Pat's place down there, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, the city commissioner. We're having a great time down there. But you know what? Christmas is coming up.
That's right.
Jason's been nice to me. I want to go get him some jewelry. Where should I go?
Well, first of all, you need to take your old jewelry and have it inspected and cleaned for free. And then, while you're doing that, look around, see all the special deals that they've got. Have something custom made, and you can do that all at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3. Give us a call, 215-6290. We'll be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
This is going to be a very expensive hiring cycle because I don't know that there are enough high-profile coaches that fit the mold of what those universities are looking for. When I say those universities, I'm talking about Penn State. I'm talking about Florida. And now we're talking about LSU. There's only one Lane Kiffin. He can't be the guy for all of those job vacancies.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Northwest Florida is asking men to step up. So many boys are in need of a positive role model. If you can spend a little time each month doing something simple like tossing a football or grabbing lunch, you can change a life. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to become a Big Brother today.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
Kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Biscuit Eddie has left the building. Him and Elvis are going riding around the streets.
Going to East Lansing.
But if you didn't hear, Michigan Eddie said that Nick Saban will be the new head football coach at Michigan State, and there was only 50% of the stadium was full when Florida played Texas A&M.
All righty then.
Cocaine is anyway.
He also said Auburn would win.
He got one out. He got one. He got one out of 3.
I laugh in your face.
Oh my God! All right, this is by CBS. I wanted to ask him his opinion. This is what they got. They say this is going to play out this way. Ohio State's going to be the number 1 team in the nation when everything's said and done. They're going to play in the Rose Bowl. The winner of 8 and 9. Number 2 seed when everything's said and done is Alabama Crimson Tide. They're in the Sugar Bowl. They beat A&M in the SEC championship game. And number 3 is the Indiana. Indiana's the 3rd seed. They get 1 loss to Ohio State. They go to the Orange Bowl, play the 6-11 winner. The number 4 seed with only 1 loss, Texas A&M. So you got the Big Ten. This is not ESPN. This is CBS, Big Ten people. They're going, you got 2 buys for the Big Ten, 2 buys for the SEC. A&M's in the Cotton Bowl. Playoffs, here's what CBS says. Number 8, Georgia, at home versus number 9, Ole Miss. The winner gets Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Number 7, BYU at home versus number 10, Notre Dame. The winner gets Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Number 6, Oregon, at home versus number 11, Vandy. The winner gets Indiana. We could have a rematch. Indiana in the Orange Bowl. Number 5, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets versus number 12, Memphis. The winner gets Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl. And for the rest of you SEC lovers out there, it goes like this. You Auburn Tigers, you get to 6-6. You get to go to a bowl game, the Mayo Bowl, and you're going to play January 2nd versus Pittsburgh.
And nobody will play.
Nobody will be there. December 31st, Citrus Bowl. You got Texas versus Michigan. Hey, Michigan, Eddie, take that. Michigan will play in the Citrus Bowl. December 31st, the Quest Bowl. Tennessee versus Nebraska. December 30th, you got the Music City Bowl. LSU versus Northwestern. December 27th, the Texas Bowl, Missouri versus TCU. December 27th, the Gator Bowl, Oklahoma versus Clemson. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, I don't know where that's played at.
I don't either.
I don't know. The Cheez-It Bowl used to
Miami played it last year. It might be in Miami.
It might be in Miami. Well, guess what? They got Miami in this, so they've got some losses. December 27th, Miami at Texas Tech. Wow.
I'd be shocked if they...
The Cure Bowl, now, this is incredible. The Cure Bowl, the powerhouse, unbelievable, Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles versus Toledo. And FSU, you didn't get in, according to CBS. Does FSU get a bowl game?
I don't see it now with the remaining schedule. They're going to have to beat Florida, Wake Forest, and split the other.
Virginia Tech, North Carolina State.
I think they win that. North Carolina State's no gimme, so those other three games are toss-ups. So they only really got one guaranteed win left. They need two.
I hear you, brother. All right, coaches poll. We didn't go with this yesterday. Let me go with this real quick. I want to take a second. Ohio State's number 1. Number 2's, and I like the coaches poll. Number 2, Indiana. Number 3, Texas A&M. Number 4, Alabama. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Oregon. Number 7, Georgia Tech. Number 8, Ole Miss. Number 9, Miami. Number 10, BYU. Number 11, Vandy. Number 12, Notre Dame. Number 13, Texas Tech. Number 14, Tennessee. Number 15, Virginia. Number 16, Cincinnati. Number 17, Louisville. Number 18, Oklahoma. 19, Texas. 20, Missouri. 21, Michigan. 22, Houston. 23, Navy. 24, Utah, and Memphis is 25.
USC not being in there is an absolute laughable disgrace. I mean, USC is a very, very good football team.
All right, that's the code.
They dominated Michigan.
Right. Let's go to the AP poll. Let's see where they're at.
Oh, they're in there.
Okay, number 1, the Buckeyes. Number 2, Indiana. Number 3, they're all the same. The top 5 are the same. Oregon 6, Ole Miss 7, Georgia Tech 8. Vandy's up to number 9. Miami and BYU are tied at 10. 12 is Notre Dame. 13 is Texas Tech. 14 is Tennessee. 15 is Virginia. 16 Louisville. 17 Cincinnati. 18th Oklahoma. 19th Missouri. 20 Texas. 21 Michigan. 22 Houston. And there you go, 23 USC Trojans. 24 Utah. And 25 Memphis. So you think the coaches got it wrong?
100%.
You're telling me that Navy doesn't have the type athletes at USC. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely not. USC's got a very good offense. Their defensive line is actually pretty physical. They ran all over Michigan, I think over 200 yards. I mean, their wide receivers are probably the second best group in the country. Maeva is a really good player. They lose to Notre Dame by 10, and they drop out of the AP top 25, which it makes no sense to me.
Does USC have better players than Houston?
100%.
Utah or Memphis?
All of them. They would beat them by double digits.
You heard it here first, right?
And I think they would beat Missouri. I think they'd beat Vanderbilt. I mean, I know people love Vanderbilt. That was a 6-6 game late in the third quarter. USC's going to score on you. Depends on how good their defense is going to show up on that day, but they actually have some athletes.
Give me the 5 best teams in the Big Ten. Who are they?
Ohio State, Indiana for sure. Oregon, still not sold on them. They haven't hit that little explosiveness that they see last year. Iowa's really good. They're just limited physically. I mean, I don't think they have the athletes.
I think Iowa's good.
Oh, they're really good. But I think USC's probably the 4th best team. Illinois is falling off. Michigan is getting better. Washington's a really good team. If we flipped the name of the SEC and Big Ten, these teams would all be top 20, top 15 teams.
100%.
Like, there's no difference between USC and, let's say, like Missouri or Vanderbilt or any of those teams. You know, Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss have separated themselves along with A&M. I think they're at the top. They're pretty good, but these middle-tier teams are just average.
Give me your top 5 Big Ten.
Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, Iowa.
Yeah.
And
Michigan,
maybe Washington or Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan beat Washington.
But USC dominated Michigan. Like, dominated them. It wasn't close.
Here's the thing you got to remember about Iowa, okay? Yeah, they get 0 style points. They do. They have no swagger whatsoever. None.
I like them.
But they play really hard, and they're extremely coached. The closest game that Indiana has had all year was 20-15 against who? The Hawkeyes. Now, you got to understand who's playing quarterback at Iowa. His name is Gronowski. He's the winningest quarterback in the history of college football because he played 3 or 4 years at South Dakota State, and they were national champs, I think, like 2-3 years with him at quarterback. He's used to winning. He's not flashy at all, but he's a winner. Don't count Iowa out against whoever. I don't know who they have. I can look it up, but they've scored 40 points a couple times.
I was going to say, their offense hasn't been ugly this year.
What the heck?
They would beat Wisconsin. They were up 36-0.
And they're tremendous in the return game, returning kicks. I think they've returned like 5 this year, some crazy thing. It's like they get one like every game. So I think Iowa is way underrated. Big time.
All right.
They're not fancy, but they win.
All right, let's get to 5 in the SEC. Because I hope all you SEC fans heard what these two people just said. This disrespectful words they threw down on the SEC. All right, I got based off. I'm based off last week. I got A&M number 1 in the SEC. I got Alabama number 2, Georgia 3, Ole Miss 4. And
stop. Just stop.
Yeah, I put Vandy. I put Vandy at 5.
Remember when what you call it? South Carolina was ranked 10th in the country.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year. Remember when LSU was number 1 according to ESPN? They're the best team in the country. They beat Clemson.
Number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
You know, and about A&M, I like A&M on offense a lot. I think their quarterback is tremendous. But, as Jason said, Notre Dame scored 40 points on them, and they gave up 40 to somebody else.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Alabama's
as a former defensive coach, that matters. You know, at some point, you're going to be playing really good people. You're not going to be playing Austin Peay and Mercer and all Eastern Illinois and all these kind of crap. You're going to be playing people who can really play. You have to be able to not shut them out, but you got to hold them to like under 20. And
I'll say a team that nobody wants to.
I want to know why y'all are crying.
I don't know that
the top 2 teams in the country are the Big Ten. Ohio State, Indiana. So
because all we hear is these schedules. They don't play anybody.
Can you believe this, people? Can you believe what they're saying? We play the exact
same schedules that the SEC plays. I mean, there's some definitely better teams.
Oregon's number 6. There's another one in the Big Ten.
But Illinois not being ranked, USC not being ranked, Michigan being in the
Washington
top. If all those teams would be in the top 20.
Michigan's ranked at 21.
This week, they weren't last week. And then USC
right, who would win? Who would win? Michigan or Missouri?
Michigan. By double digits. And I think USC would beat them by double digits.
Who would win? Let me try to get another one. Oregon is number 6. Who would win, Oregon or Georgia?
Right now, I'd give the edge to Georgia. But that's a toss-up for me. Depends on where they play. But I do really like Gunnar Stockton in the offense, and I think Kirby can scheme up on defense. They give a lot in the first half, but they've been shutting people down in the second half and winning football games.
Who's got the best conference? Is it a big? Okay, let's take a break. We're going to take a break, and we'll talk about this. I believe Oklahoma beat Michigan by 2, right?
But who's better, Oklahoma or USC? Oklahoma or, even...
I think Alabama beat Wisconsin by 100.
Everybody beat Wisconsin by 100.
I'm just exaggerating. Just trying to get you guys upset. Hey, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Jason, no, I'll hold you off next time.
Yeah.
Vandy Roofing. You want a roof? It's only Vandy Roofing. Go local. The guy's incredible. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You got your yard look like a golf course. We can make it happen. Turf Pro Pest Control. Nobody's more local than Patrick. His daughter's a superstar at Mosley High School. And you got bugs in the house. They can make those go away. In the yard, they can make them go away. Turf Pro Pest Control. Locals taking care of locals. They're number 1 at what they do. Not even close, man. Stevenson Air Condition. Also, God bless me. Chad, I'm so sorry. you are incredible. You're a living legend. This guy's been on Bay County sidelines for 26 years. 26. The legendary Chad Mitchell, one of the first doctors ever trained in robotic surgery. People come from all over. Montgomery, they come from all over to get operated on Chad Mitchell. Listen, Chad, every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you get injured in any way, call and make an appointment. You don't have to be a great athlete. Call Chad Mitchell's office, make an appointment. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Yeah.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
That's a big buyout. That seems to be the rage here. And this is the new college football. There's going to be more of this because if you're spending that kind of money on your coach, that kind of money on your players, you don't have the patience that you once did. And I think that's what you're seeing.
It's the Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your weather forecast from ESPN Northwest Florida on this Tuesday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a wind out of the north around 11 miles per hour and the high of 71. Tonight, look for mostly clear skies with a temperature near 59. Tomorrow, a high around 72 and a slight chance of sprinkles in the morning and afternoon, but otherwise mostly sunshine. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family.
Boop,
Their house is a museum.
Pop-Tarts Bowl is in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
I think at one time it was the Cheez-It Bowl. It's the one before the Citrus Bowl. They have two games.
I actually think I'd be shocked if
Next year
Miami
it's going to be the
doesn't.
Cheese Whiz Bowl. I mean,
I'd be shocked if Miami doesn't make the playoffs. Even that Louisville game, if you watch their defense, those windows for Louisville to pass through are very small. They were attacking. They have a very,
Shows you what a great coach he is.
No, that guy schemed it up, man.
can we
He
talk
deserves a lot
about
of credit.
Miami's uniforms? Did you see them against Stanford? Those are absolutely the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't even know
What's
what team it
called?
was.
What was it called?
Like camo.
Flamicon? Yeah.
Ugly.
All green and black helmets.
I don't get that. I don't get any team that changes their colors.
What?
Changes their uniforms. I don't get it.
Shut up.
And it was 7-7 at halftime.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this SEC versus Big Ten. Top to bottom, not even close. SEC's better.
Because ESPN says so.
Top
Flying
end.
Bomb says so.
Top end, I will give it to the Big
George
Ten.
Soros
Now, all you
funded ESPN,
SEC people, don't get mad at me. Who won the last two national championships? What did Ohio State do to Tennessee? What did Ohio State do to Texas?
Twice.
What did Ohio State do in the playoffs? They ran through people like,
right?
Yeah.
Through a goose.
Like wet toilet paper.
So, and then let's go back to Michigan the year before. The only game they had in the playoffs was against Alabama.
Right.
And they took it, I mean, wasn't even close to the other games they played. So last 2 years, you got to give credit to And if it was the other way around, we'd all be going SEC. So give them credit for winning 2 national championships. Top end. Right now, who the 2 best-looking teams looks like, Ohio State, Indiana. The only team Oregon's lost to now, I will say I was disappointed in Oregon last week.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, that shocked me. But top end, I'll give it right now to the Big Ten. That could change. That could change both ways when we get through the playoffs this year. What happens if Indiana plays the SEC school and they wear them out? What happens if Ohio State plays Alabama, wears them out? What happens if Michigan beats whoever they play in the Citrus Bowl?
Let's look at the top. Let's say Ohio State plays A&M. Who's favored on the neutral field?
Ohio State.
What about Indiana versus Alabama?
Right now, I'd probably go Indiana.
Okay. Now, what about Oregon versus Georgia?
Georgia.
Okay. That's 2 out of 3. Now, my problem is more, let's talk about USC versus Ole Miss. I think that's a much closer game than what people would give them credit for. I mean, and USC's in the bottom 25, and everybody's talking about Ole Miss being a lock to be in the playoffs. Let's talk about Michigan and who's 11th and Vanderbilt. I give Michigan the edge on that game. I don't care about Purbill or whatever. They were 6-6 with Missouri late in the third quarter in that game. Michigan's actually got a really good run game, and I think they're getting better. So I don't think that's a mismatch by any stretch. Even if you think Missouri's a better team, I wouldn't argue with you about it. But I'm saying those teams are so close. You look at Illinois. I think Illinois has fallen off a little bit, but they beat South Carolina last year in a bowl game. I mean, who's the next, is it Vanderbilt? Illinois Vanderbilt to me is a good game. I mean, I say maybe a 3 to 6 point favorite for Vanderbilt, but they're not going to blow Illinois out. That's going to be a tough game, and anybody can win that game. Illinois got a really good quarterback. Altmaier was wanted by everybody in the country, throws 77% completion rate.
We're more like the NFL than we've ever been.
100%. Yeah, this has just gotten closer over the last 2-3 years. It was a wide gap for a long time.
And people have a hard time understanding that.
Well, when you look at ESPN, and their narratives, because they're the SEC network, they're paid to prop up the SEC teams. But when you look at the players, the NFL draft now, last year it was like 60 to 48 as far as draft picks with the Big Ten SEC. The gap's gotten a lot closer, and I just don't see, they talk about, they don't play anybody. Well, maybe they're just really good and they beat the crap out of teams. Like Indiana's a really good team.
Yeah, they are.
That was well thought out. That was organized, well thought out.
Sounds like a Billy Madison.
Really well.
Billy Madison speech.
Not so fast. I can't disagree with that. I can't. I mean, I think they're both really good. They both have all the money. They're the best 2 conferences in football. Again, top to bottom, I still think it's Alabama. Top end, I still think it's the Big Ten.
But I think what's hurting them is LSU, Florida being down. When they're up, that's a much different conference and a much tougher conference.
Yeah. So. And where the game's being played. Right. Look at Tennessee when they were up there and played Ohio State.
Let's forget about, I know you, I've known you for 30-something years. Here's when the crying's going to start. It's not SEC Big Ten. That's not the crying game. The crying's going to start when number 10 Brigham Young makes the playoffs.
You're right.
Instead of some SEC team.
You got that
right.
It's
when Cincinnati makes it. It's when Memphis makes it, or some other.
Amen.
Boise State.
Yeah, one of them.
That can happen.
That's when James Hale will have kittens, and he will go 8, and he'll be crying like a.
And I would rather see a Big Ten school in there over those schools.
It's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen, James.
So that's what's wrong.
It's going to happen.
It's like giving out a gift.
Right.
It's like giving a gift away. It's woke to me.
But I agree with you. I mean, I can't argue with that. Look what happened with Boise State last year. They weren't competitive at all. Even SMU, we needed a 2-second SEC.
In the year Cincinnati got in, all we did is hand the ball off. We didn't even throw the ball.
And I watched the game a couple weeks ago. It was really a very entertaining game. It was Utah and Brigham Young. It was very competitive, very well played, very well coached. It was a really good game. But I'm thinking to myself, I know of about 3 or 4 SEC teams and about 3 or 4 Big Ten teams would blow the doors off these
absolutely.
guys. I mean, they're good. Right. They play hard.
And look what Utah did
They're
to
well
Colorado.
coached. All that stuff.
Did you stay up and watch Utah, what they did to Colorado?
Oh,
I watched a little bit of it.
Holy cow. They rushed for 423 yards.
What was it, 50 to?
It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Like
it was bad.
I mean, when you run for over 400 yards, and I just don't know what happened with Colorado. I just didn't see the competitive edge there. They just didn't compete. They didn't want to tackle, and Utah just said they just put it on them. They just handed the ball off and ran it down the throat.
To me, that's where all the crazy is going to start.
Yeah.
Wait until that show. We're going to find out when you find out.
Well, you heard it here first. We've had the argument. We all agree. SEC. It
doesn't matter.
Just means more.
We'll take them natties, baby.
Yeah, you have your.
This will be 300 years in a row if y'all get another one.
Got to avoid that rat poison.
Yeah. We shall see. Jason, real quick, where are you located? What's the best way to get up with you?
23rd Street. I'll be there 10 or actually 2 to 7 today. So if you want to come in, talk to me, get on the right track, I'll put you on the InBody, and we'll give you some free samples. And we're also in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Taco Bell, all you Taco Bell lovers down in Port St. Joe, you make sure you get down there, lunch, breakfast, dinner. They got DoorDash, high school football. Taco Bell, you can't beat it, baby. All right, we'll be here tomorrow. We got Dr. Ward coming in, Mark McLeod, everything with Florida Gators.
Tiger Sharks.
And go Tiger Sharks. Right here, leave it right here all day long. Paul has a great show lined up for you this afternoon. LSU Jeff will be on there with him. I tell you what now, LSU Jeff's pretty sharp. I'm impressed with him. That girlfriend he had with him at that Cajun place, that Kentucky shirt on.
Yeah.
Good-looking girl.
That's where he gets his intelligence from.
She's highly intelligent. Yeah.
You always judge guys by the women they hang out with.
You always should. Anyway, Jason, I will see you Friday.
Yep.
Jim, I'll see you Friday. We're out 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Rich Eisen Show.
The Giants, there's reason to be excited to